Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this episode,
The Bronco's here!
Let's get into it. Okay, where are we going, Chelsea?
We're going to get the Bronco. Going to get the Bronco.
Roni, where are we going?
To get the Bronco.
It's about time, isn't it?
Yep.
Could have almost made a human being in the time that it took Ford to build this Bronco.
It's true.
So,
And did you notice that today's the 27th, so that is exactly 8 months?
today's the 27th?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So enough to make a premature baby, anyway. Not full term quite, but. So we're on the way to Laurel Ford. Hopefully it's a pretty painless process. We'll look it over, sign some papers, and get the flock out of there, huh?
Wait, you can.
Chelsea,
Where did the Bronco?
it's time!
Yeah.
Don't run over the salesman, tempted as you might be. Okay, here we go. Test drive number 1. Get in there, drink it in a little. Look at those cute little turbos, aren't they cute? All right, so me and Roni had to take off in the Flex because he has to get to baseball practice. Huh, dude? And he's hungry. He's dying. Did you die though? So we left Chelsea to her own devices at the dealership. Hopefully she doesn't bankrupt us or agree to anything that she shouldn't. I feel like I laid the law down on the salesman before I left. Bryce's reaction. What do you think, dork face?
Hi.
Hi, you didn't let him talk you into any extra bullcrap, did you?
I did not.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You know what I like?
What?
I like that roast interior.
Yes.
Whoever picked that is a sharp individual.
That guy's smart.
Oh, guess what?
Yay! Thank you. I was just there. I was like, we didn't bring my.
Go hop in, Bryce,
Okay.
in the passenger side. How's your backup camera? I didn't check that out. Of course, I haven't even driven it yet.
Oh, amazing.
God, that smell though. I wish
Smell-o-vision.
I wish you guys could smell this because it's magical. It's like it's new plastic and new seat fabric.
I'd say it's new fabric.
Yeah. What else?
The carpet and the
Carpet.
floor mats.
I bet there's a little bit of smell from the
The liner.
roof too, yeah.
That is the poop handle.
Yep.
It is.
I like the blue too, the blue accents on there.
I love the blue accents.
We did good with our powers combined.
Whoa.
We did a good pick.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Yeah. It's in the backpack.
22.2 miles. Where did you go?
He put gas in it.
Oh, that's right. Probably took it for a joyride too.
Probably.
So the new MSRP on it with everything, which includes destination delivery and all that stuff, was $47,415. Now that's not what we paid. We paid what we agreed to in October. But Chelsea, I was a little bit worried about the salesman because it seemed like when we got there that he forgot
He did forget.
what we had agreed
We had to remind
pay.
him.
Because they seemed to think that it was supposed to be this price. So I don't know if he's kind of older, maybe early onset dementia or something like that, or yeah.
But
So
thankfully, we saved all our papers that said,
yeah,
this is what we're going to pay. And everyone signed.
it helps to just go ahead and whip those out and plop them on the desk and point right to the area where it says that if you put down a deposit and give a copy of your driver's license and all that stuff, that's the guaranteed
This is
price.
the price log.
So if you're not going to stick to that, you probably shouldn't make your paperwork say that. So I don't think he forgot, Chelsea. I know this is a shock. I think he was hoping that we forgot
I bet he is.
what we agreed to pay for it. So we paid MSRP for it, which yes, a little bit I feel like a sucker because I have never paid full price for a vehicle ever. But these are the times we live in, you know. I can't complain too much because vehicles that I've sold recently, I did really well on used ones. So anyway, yeah, it's a lot cheaper than a used one because they have a used one on their lot right now for $84,000 a 4-door. So it's got like 4,000 miles on it. So yeah. Hey, that's a nice Ford shirt you got there, Chelsea.
Why, thank you. When your Bronco is 8 months late, they give you free stuff.
Yeah, Ford didn't exactly send us some swag, but they gave us a gift card. So Ford customer service was very cool.
Mm-hmm. They were pretty awesome.
Okay, Chelsea, what is the ownership experience?
Well, here's what we picked for most of the interior. Black onyx with cloth seats, which are roast brown, and don't know if you can see it. There's a blue accent stitch. And that blue accent is kind of throughout the vehicle. It's on the OS handle. It's on here. We got the 8-inch LCD touchscreen. We chose the mid package. That's why we got the 8-inch. With the larger package, you can get the 12-inch. Ours has the dual climate control, has heated seats. We have a 6-speaker audio system. It has CarPlay.
It has Android Auto also for the Android users.
Yeah, those weirdos. What else?
And the nav was said to be plug in, but it works without any kind of phone, so I don't know what the deal is with that.
They gave us a 90-day trial of, they still called it connected nav. So,
okay.
But I'm not connected.
So,
but it's got to be Wi-Fi through my phone.
That and the Sirius are just a trial, right? Yes. Yeah.
I'm not a big Sirius fan, so I probably won't be renewing it. But
are you serious?
Oh my god.
Okay, well, show us what you got over here.
Okay, so we have what's called GOAT modes on this. So GOAT mode, this is pretty much standard. Shows you your fuel economy, auto stop start. That is normal. Next we go to eco mode, sport, slippery, which if you wait a second, it will automatically shift into 4x4. And if I keep going, mud and ruts, still in 4x4, traction control off, sand, still in 4x4, traction control off. So that was the last one, and as soon as, and it shows me the degree that I'm angled right now, and it has the level of all the levels of the Bronco.
I didn't know it did that.
Yeah. And if I go back, it's going to take the 4x4 off all on its own. And I can do that while I'm driving as well. I don't have to stop. I don't have to be in park.
So basically eco is increased gas mileage. Mm-hmm. Sport has quicker throttle response and higher shift points. Slippery is kind of like auto 4-wheel drive, I believe. Like it'll be in 2-wheel drive, and then if it senses slip, it'll engage the front axle. Mud and sand were, I believe, designed for like more slippage so that you can spin the tires faster to clear out mud, so it allows more traction loss, I guess you would say. How many miles have we got now? 180? Mm-hmm. Oh, is that your lane departure thing?
Yep, that is my lane keeping system. So what that does is if you're getting tired and you're starting to weave, or for whatever reason, to me it feels like the whole vehicle vibrates. So you are not where you're supposed to be. So wake up, pay attention, get back in your lane. I can turn it on, I can turn it off. It is not the system that will correct for you though, which I like. I don't like when my car drives for me. Some people do. I don't.
Yeah.
And you can turn that on and off whenever you want. I have all the buttons. Okay, most of the buttons. There's one spot without a button. But, I have, I can call straight from my steering wheel.
That's the voice command one
Voice
for
command.
sync.
I can do my radio, volume, cruise. That's my lane keeping system. On, off.
Up here, we've got hazards, traction control, And this is the, what did they call it? Trail turn assist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, if you have the Sasquatch package and all that, you will have buttons here also for your front and rear lockers, and I'm not sure what else. As nice as I am, the Sasquatch package is one thing that I said no to. Because the tester that we drove had the Sasquatch package. She loved it. She's like, because it was big and had the big beefy tires, and I was just like, no. Because I was like, look at the window sticker. It says 17 city and 17 highway. And she's going to drive this daily on the highway to work, back and forth about almost 40 miles to go both ways. So I was like, and the other thing of that is the Sasquatch package is $7,000 or $7,500.
Something like that. More.
And that's because it's not just the 35-inch tires, it's the 35s, those wheels, the different gear ratio in the axles, and the front and rear lockers. It all comes as a package. You can't just separate those out and buy this.
And this already tells me right now my fuel economy, only having it for 2.5 days, is our 1.3 average.
Yeah, and we have not done very much highway.
We haven't done much. So another thing that I think needs to be addressed is we got the hardtop roof, and they put in sound deadening material. I guess I would like to say we got the version 2.0 of the hard tops, because
we did.
Obviously the first ones were having a lot of issues, a lot of delaminations. That was part of, I think, was part of the delay. Was A, they had to figure that out. B, they had to get it into
production.
So we got 2.0 with the sound deadening. That was, it was
a free upgrade.
Yes.
And yeah, that's why we did it. I figured it couldn't hurt if it's free. I wouldn't pay for it, honestly, because it's like speaker box carpet that's glued on there, and if you had to pay for, I think it normally costs $150, but it was free because of all the top issues. If you had to pay for that, I would just go buy speaker box carpet, cut pieces out, and glue it on myself. So, but I'm cheap, so there's that.
This could have been a lot bougier, but I'm very happy with what we got.
I pushed, I gotta tell you, for the roast interior. And I've gotten, everybody who's looked at it is like, oh, I love the interior.
Yeah. Not only that, but with the dash, that color, and the sun comes, and it's shines like off of it. It has
like
really,
a snake skin.
Pretty.
It's like a snakeskin texture to it.
It's
and this lower piece is awesome. And it's a nice accent. And that's one thing I really love about the Broncos, is how much you can customize them right from the factory. Because we basically, there was some negotiations between us, but we ordered this like exactly how we wanted it. So instead of, what?
I thought maybe he was picking his nose.
So instead of ordering it and immediately changing wheels and tires, putting Nerf bars on it, it already has all that stuff. So, and the floor mats too, which are awesome. The floor mats are worth it, because for the price, I think they were about a little over $100 for the ones in the passenger compartment, and then there's the one in the back, I think was $150 by itself or something like that. It's worth it to have factory form-fitted rubber floor mats that seal well and fit well, and yeah, it's a small price to pay for not having to buy fancy floor mats later.
Okay, so back here we have our own little control panel down here. We have windows on both sides, and a USB charger, and 110 volt outlets for like charging I don't know, phones and
110 volt things.
Yes,
Probably laptop and stuff like that.
Like mine?
yeah.
True.
And we have a little, what is that, just plastic? Yeah, a plastic Bronco back here. I personally think that looks really pretty.
Okay, so here is the rear cargo mat, which I would highly recommend. You also have 12 volt power here. This is where you disconnect to take the rear portion of the top off. These are the standard carpet floor mats. So we're just gonna go ahead and take those and put them somewhere safe. And this is the bags for the 5-door roof panel storage. I think this is only for the front though. Yeah, so it's got a little logo there, front panels, and then this goes standing up against the back seat with the strap around the headrest, which is like identical to how my Wrangler was. Here is the front license plate bracket. They did not put that on because some people don't like it, so when we get plates I will go ahead and put that on. But I'll show you if you don't get the mat here. Basically it's just carpet. So having had other SUVs with a thing like this, you want some kind of a hard rubber mat that you can take out and hose out. So this is the molded in color top 2.0 version, which obviously there's been a lot of drama about it. There was a lot of defective tops in the first version, and I don't see any issues with it. There's a scuff right here, but that's something that, like, it wasn't made like that. That happened
I think it's glue.
At the dealer, or it's from the window.
Possibly.
The window glue is probably black though, because that urethane they use. So there's like a texture to it, but not the snakeskin problem thing like everybody's talking about on the old tops. And let's see. Well, it's kind of got rain on it now, so you can't see, but here's the top. Not seeing any issues with it as far as problems with the molding or anything like that. All the edges look like they're finished well. I checked all around the hatch area and stuff when we picked it up. So yeah, that's the, oh okay, so you can see it at a good angle here. You can kind of see the texture to it, but I had a brand new 2017 Wrangler hardtop, and it's not anything like that. Had like a splatter paint kind of texture to it, so it's not anything crazy.
All right, on the exterior, I chose the iconic silver, which I absolutely love. I wish the sun was shining because it really is a bright, bright silver. We have the powder coated tube step. That is standard on the Outer Banks. We have 18-inch wheels, 32-inch all-terrain tires. Those are also standard for the Outer Banks. The engine is the 2.7 liter Ecoboost. Has 2 small turbos on it, and they are no slouch, I can tell you.
Twin turb skis.
Twin turb skis.
That is the most expensive option that we paid up
Yes.
for, was the engine.
But I'm not regretting it by any means. It's a 10-speed automatic transmission. I did order a block heater. Josh didn't want me to, but I did it anyway. We live in Montana. It gets really cold. Really cold. So
yeah.
That's pretty much all the options that I chose on the exterior. I absolutely love everything that I picked.
And I don't know if the black shiny grill is just an Outer Banks
I'm not sure.
thing. I've seen different grills, but the black shiny grill with the white letters is on point with the silver. It has the LED light package also. The Outer Banks has the color matched fender flares and mirrors and door handles instead of them just being a black plastic, which I really like. It looks really sharp. I also really like the Outer Banks wheels. The standard like aluminum waffle-y snowflake looking wheel that you get with the standard ones, I do not like. Sorry if that offends you, but backup camera standard also. Anything else, Chelsea?
It does have the, I don't know the proper name for it, but it's a frameless door. So
Yep.
when you open it, just like my Mustang used to, it'll drop down, and you gotta gotta slam it just a little, but she'll go back up. And that's so eventually, you know, with all the opening and closing, you know, your window doesn't get wobbly and let air in. So it seems very secured. I was a little worried about this spot. Like, it looks like you could just poke your finger in there. But
Well, the other thing is, this window wasn't going up like when we went to pick it up at the dealer, but I figured out why, and it's because this door is not adjusted properly. The striker needs adjusted. So those are 2 gripes, like about quality control and stuff like that. This door striker is not adjusted properly. I'll go ahead and take care of that. The other thing is this windshield trim panel. Look at this. And it's not just that it's not snapped in all the way, because I tried to snap it in and I tried to loosen that screw, snap it in, and mess with this. I'm probably not going to mess with that, because when somebody goes to take this off, the clips are probably going to break. I'll let Ford go ahead and do that, because then they have to replace it, because this on a $46,000 vehicle, that should not be like that. So they can go ahead and take care of that. Okay, we're going to try the trail turn assist, because we haven't tried it yet and we're on gravel. So can you kind of straighten out like you're going to head down that road right there? Okay. Now, I think crank it all the way to the right.
You want to hit the button first?
I don't know. I have no idea. Is it doing anything?
Trail turn assist available in 4 low or 4 high.
Okay, so you got to put it in. Do you want 4 low?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a. Oh, God. This is too much technology for a caveman like myself. Oh, shift to neutral to go into 4 low. Okay, shift in progress.
Traction control off in 4 low. Okay.
Okay, so
now
I'm gonna
do it?
give her a try.
All right. What do we got? Trail turn assist on.
So now crank the wheel all the way to the right. Oh, it's got a big light that lights up. That's awesome. And slowly kind of give it throttle and stuff. Yep, it'll do that. It'll feel jerky and draggy. So it's gonna drag the outside, no, the inside side.
I don't like it.
Go!
No! I'm done.
Okay, Chelsea's scared.
Yep.
Chelsea's afraid she's gonna break the new Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
What really surprised me was the torque, especially the low RPM torque, because as you know, if you watch the channel, I'm a big V8 guy, obviously. I like big blocks and stuff like that. The 2.7 V6, it really doesn't feel even like a V6 or a turbo engine at all, because the torque is there as soon as you get into the throttle. I mean, it really drives like a torquey V8, because before we ever went and looked at it, Chelsea pretty much dragged me down to the dealership to look at them, and I was like, yeah, but why don't they have a V8? But after driving it, like, that's not a concern. It even sounds pretty decent, doesn't it, Chelsea?
It really does.
Like, for a V6, it's definitely not a V8, but it has a pleasant sound to it, which V6s usually don't. So, like I said, that's the option we paid up the most for. I think it was like $4 grand for the big V6 instead of the 4-cylinder. Now, if you get the V6, you can only get the automatic. If you get the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, it's also an Ecoboost, and you can get a stick shift. I think it's a 7-speed or an automatic 10-speed. The V6 makes 330 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque, and it's, like I said, after you drive it, you're not left wanting for a V8 like I thought you would be. It's awesome. Honestly, after we drove this for 2 days and then I went and got in the Flex has the 3.5 liter non-turbo engine. I felt like something was wrong with it when I was getting on the interstate. I was like, why is it not going? So, the 2.7 liter Ecoboost does not disappoint.
The interior is cool and, well, I like it.
Cool.
Did Dad pick a good color with the roast color?
Yeah.
I love it. It's like, I question your choice on the silver a little bit because I'm not a huge fan of silver. But the silver with the roast interior, the black wheels, the blue accents inside, it's like, it's an excellent combo.
And there's also the things on the roof that detach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that we can take it all off. So
we were going to give you a nice video with the top off today, but now it's raining again, so let's talk about what it's like versus the Jeep, Chelsea, because I had in 2017 bought a brand new 4-door Wrangler. It was a V6 automatic. It was a sport, so it was really plain, but there's a lot of similarities. Obviously, Ford really researched the Wrangler because that's the competitor.
And you can tell that they did that.
You can tell they did.
And what people didn't like about the Wrangler, noise. A lot of noise in the Wranglers. There is noise in here, but compared to the Wrangler, it's nothing. And also, I am not ragging on the rag tops at all. It's just when the one that we test drove was a drop top, and it was considerably louder.
And that was in the fall of last year when they were having all the hard top problems. So of course the salesmen were trying to push us into a soft top. So,
well, you get one so much sooner. I don't care.
And I immediately didn't like it when we hit the highway. We'll probably get some hate for that, but I don't care. The soft tops are loud. And I've driven convertible cars on the highway. It was like, we got on the highway and up to 70, and I was like, yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, like,
and the salesman is like, yeah, the soft tops, really quiet.
They're really quiet. I mean,
you know,
real quiet.
Car salesman things.
So, you know, I mean, this still has, am I allowed to call them T-tops? Is that what they're called?
The front are T-tops.
Yeah, and you can still take the whole top off.
No, this doesn't come off in one whole big piece like my Jeep did.
Oh, so you take the middle.
A middle long piece, and then the back.
The back. So it all does come off. Comes off in segments. Oh, are you about to get pulled over?
Probably. This, you know what? That's another thing about this, the Ecoboost P6. You do not notice that you're speeding.
No,
it just gets right up there.
It just goes, and it's so smooth. You don't feel shift. You don't feel like you're being put back in your seat, but you look down and you're like, I'm going 10 over the speed limit. Might want to fix that.
And the other thing is, obviously, if you watch the channel, we're Ford people, big time. But we paid full price for this. We got nothing from Ford. I mean, we got the free shirts and stuff, but that's not, I didn't tell them I have a YouTube channel or anything like that. Not that I'm that big of a deal anyway, but this, we paid our full price money for this, and this is our own hard-earned money, and this is what we think of it.
Yep, this is our personal review. We are not getting paid for this by any means.
And I liked my Wrangler, my 2017 Wrangler, but I feel like this Bronco, if you took everything I didn't like about my Wrangler and fixed it, that is this. And it's even better because it's a Ford, so it makes me all happy inside.
I feel like the Wrangler it's like every boxy vehicle. It was very bumpy, it was very rigid. You felt pretty much everything in the road. This is not like that. No. It is extremely smooth.
In fact, I went to the gas station the other night to grab something, and there's a nasty dip coming out the one side of the gas station because the parking lot is much higher than the road. I'm used to driving my 3/4 ton pickups, so I went out of it kind of fast because there was like somebody waiting to get in, and I like cringed because I was like, oh, here it comes, like it was gonna be rough. Didn't even feel it. I was blown away. The Wrangler has a solid axle in the front, and you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell that this Bronco has independent front suspension because the ride and the steering feel is so much nicer. The thing that killed the Wrangler for me was when we would take it on trips, cross-state trips. You cannot drive a new Wrangler more than about an hour and a half. I would say you exceed your comfort level because the ride is rough. They're underpowered, especially in the wind. You're constantly correcting the steering to go straight. Yeah, and there's a lot of wind noise. There's a lot more wind noise. So
you stop for gas and you get out. You're yelling at each other because your ears are ringing.
And you're still vibrating. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, have not had that problem with the Bronco for sure.
It's head and shoulders above a Wrangler.
Do you love it, Bryce?
Yes.
Do you love it, Ronnie?
Yes.
Yes. I think we all love it. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we all love it. Alright, so here is my 8-inch LCD touchscreen. You can see that it has the map on it. I don't have anything playing on my phone, but you can quickly ask it food, gas, emergency, you can ask any of those things with the speak button.
So you can like click and be like, find food near me.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can actually. This is just like it was in its Apple CarPlay, just like it is anywhere else. So we also get Ford Pass.
And that's free. Don't have to buy a subscription or anything. Totally free.
Safety check. I am not driving. This tells me everything about my Bronco. I can start it from wherever. I can lock it. I can unlock it. I can do the horns and light. Horn and lights.
How many horns do you got?
I don't know.
Talking about your devil horns.
Maybe. And where?
So here. Go
there we
to vehicle. All right, I couldn't just leave you hanging without a cold start, so here we go. Okay, here is the 2.7 liter Ecoboost twin turbo. There's one turbo, the other you can't really see, but it's down in there. So that's what the other hood looks like. Okay, so that's gonna do it. Thank you everybody for watching. Look forward to more videos. We're getting back on our old Ford junk in the coming weeks. We're gonna have Mustang stuff and 69 F100 episodes. Make sure you check us out on Instagram, CPR Ford Garage. Also on Facebook. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell. Anything you didn't see about the Bronco that you want to see, leave a comment, let us know. Right, Roni? You want to show them your McFlurry? Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.